Good morning! Oh my god, I'm so loud. That scares everybody. Good morning. That was a little loud. Anyway, it was fun last night with Mark. D'Antonio with his Sky 2 live stream. I think we were doing that for like 3 hours. Wow. But like I always say, it's just stunning images and it's real time and educational. I just don't get it why people aren't tuning in and watching that more. It's like baffles me. I'm going to get into that in a second when I get on TikTok. But I'm going to help him as much as I can to get on TikTok and put stuff out there. Whatever I can do to help Mark, I'm going to help him. I mean, if I can have over 1,000 views, just 1,000 views, or 99,000 for the Perseid meteor shower, which I can prove those. I actually showed it. I actually have a screenshot of that. 99,000. In the chat, it hit 1,000 people were watching during the Perseid peak. I was like, oh my gosh. But see, and that's why I am like, why won't they just check out his astronomy? People need to get the word. The word has to get out about his stuff. It's not just simply on YouTube or Rumble or Twitch or Kick or with all these other Facebook. TikTok gets a lot of traction from all demographics. And I'm going to help him as much as I can. It like I said, when I stream on Rumble and all that, that's not really the traction area. I do it because I want to do it, and there's friends that go in those areas. It's the only reason I do it is for my friends. Otherwise, I wouldn't be on Rumble, Twitch, or any of them. Why? I'd probably piss everybody off as it is, so, which I don't care because I'm going to speak my mind whether people like it or not. That's for sure. If they don't like it, they can do exactly what they do. Don't watch. All right, let me get in here. Okay. Actually, Rumble and Twitch are a good backup, so when I get off of YouTube, my friends know to go in there too. All right. Let me just get sorted. Okay, we're good. Now let me get TikTok ready. What a beautiful day here today. I already went out for like an hour. And I did get what I wanted the other night. Triple chocolate cake. It's not the German. Couldn't find it, but I got the best next thing for me. Mm-hmm. I was going crazy with that. Like during Mark's stream last night, 2.6 thousand likes. I don't think I've ever gotten 2,600 likes in 3 years on the other platforms. In one night with Mark, I had that. So, really? Okay, I gotta change the title on TikTok. The only thing, the titles are limited, which is kind of weird. They need to be able to put more characters in there. That's. And good morning to those on TikTok. I know I just started, so I'm sure you'll all be popping in soon. Hope you're having a great morning. And also for those on Book of Faces and the other platforms, if anybody's watching, hope you're having a great morning as well. Enjoying my coffee. What's up to Katie? Look at this instant. So last night, if you missed it, we had a special treat with Mark D'Antonio on TikTok, doing astronomy. It was awesome. It was just awesome, the images. What's up, Robert? What is that? I can't see it. I'll just say Tingo. I can't see it. What? Amol? Oh, Jesus. You had a fender bender? I can't even imagine. Oh, man. The last time I had one was last year. I was stopped in traffic, local street. And all of a sudden, I feel, boom! I was like, how could that be possible? We're in traffic stop. He told the police officer that he was messing with the radio station. I think he was on his phone. And I'm like, I can't believe this. Now I got to go through repairing my vehicle. Oh my gosh, over some stupid, not paying attention. Hello to, joined. Jefferson, Lorena. All of you that are popping up on TikTok. And the main thing, I hate, you know how they always say, the main thing is you're okay. I'm old. The insurance will cover it. I know it's going to be a nightmare to do the repairs. It takes time. Hopefully your insurance coverages the rental car, because mine does. You know, all that. And then there's always the deductible, how much the deductible is, you know, for those of us that know that BS that we got to go through when that happens. What's this? Wilski and Jose Davila. But the main thing is you're okay. Is the vehicle still drivable? Like you can use it? That's another thing. It stinks when the car can't be used. That's when it's really cray-cray. Abraxas, rosemary. You know what I mean? So if you're able to look at, if you missed it last night with the astronomy, you might want to check it out from last night. And Mark's website is skytourlive.org. And please try to follow him on TikTok. This is something that's great for TikTok, the astronomy. It's education. I keep saying this. Follow him on TikTok, Sky Tour Livestream, all one word, Sky Tour Livestream. So, you know, support. It's definitely a great cause. He's doing awesome stuff. I mean, it's not like all these other people out there that have telescopes in their homes or backyards. You know, he's got them in great locations. Dark sky Arizona, at altitudes that help because it's better for the telescope to have less atmospherics interfering. That's why do you think James Webb, Hubble get great images in space? Because they don't have to deal with that. So he's just a brilliant individual. He actually modifies the equipment and makes it better. His processing speed is probably, for a person that has these type of telescopes, we're not talking like he has an observatory on top of a mountain, which he does, a little one kind of. But you know, like those big observatories like you would see in Hawaii and some other areas. But for a person that has, like, I don't want to say amateur because he's a professional astronomer, a smaller scale telescope, there's only a few people on this planet that have the capacity and capability of what he does with those telescopes. He's going to be live tonight. So again, TikTok. This is going for TikTok. Because there are a lot of the people that Amol knows, a lot of people that watch me on the other platforms already know what Mark does. Spread the word. Check it out. If you love astronomy, space, all that stuff, this is the place to go watch. And you'll learn a lot. I learned stuff last night when he was talking. I was like, what? I didn't know that. It's amazing. You know? It was actually a lot of fun. I hear you, Amol. Well, you could take out your frustrations on me. Like you always do. I should go on with him more, but I'm so busy, Amol. I'm just so busy. When he goes on, I'm tired. I worked all day. Poor baby. Anyway, Aurelia, hello. Milky Way Galaxy. Milky Way Galaxy. Right there. If you like space, Sky Tour live stream. It's a no-brainer. Go to his website. Check it out for yourself. skytourlive.org. He'll be live tonight, but not on TikTok. Because, we're trying to get him to the point where he can stream live on TikTok, like I can. So, and a friend of mine, KJ, has been helping. Like, he gave me advice to tell Mark, which I already told him. He's got to be more proactive on TikTok. You have to be on TikTok often, putting shorts like I do when I can. You got to be proactive with TikTok. But he'll be live tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern. Now, tomorrow's a holiday, so it's not like some of you may be watching and have school or work. Tomorrow's Labor Day. So you have an opportunity tonight to watch what he does in Arizona, and hopefully he'll have both telescopes going on at the same time. One is a wide field, so you see a lot more of, like, say, a nebula. The other one, you see the detail when he gets into it with that camera. It's just amazing. It is unbelievable. And I don't know how many people that are watching on TikTok right now. I see Jackie, Just Me, Deborah, Belmont, Baba. I'm messing that up. I know. Joe, Gabrielle, all of you there. It's amazing when we just look at the sky with the naked eye and see stars and see maybe meteors and satellites and maybe space debris coming in, burning up, or rocket launches and all that, aviation, all that. But when you realize, when he shows these images, and it's amazing how he does it, he uses Stellarium for the telescope to use as software so that all he has to do is say, go here. Click on it. There goes the telescope moving directly. I have a telescope but I have a pretty large telescope myself. But it's just a pain to operate out there. But it locks in. And then, because of his processing speed to stack the images, in 3 minutes, you have like 7 stacks, 7 images stacked together. The more stacked images, the better it looks, more detail. In 3 minutes, you could see what he's looking at in real time. And it's amazing to think what's out there. The beauty, the vastness, the size, the scope. It's almost your brain can't even comprehend. Obviously, I don't know what kind of a number, how many zeros, I don't even know what it would take to what's out there. Planetary bodies, suns, moons, galaxies. Like ours, he was saying last night, I didn't know that. Like, say we have 300, what was it, billion? I would have to call him. I don't want to misquote. I'm going to call him. I don't want to, because he's the astronomer, not me. I got to ask him quick. Oh, please pick up. I was just talking to you. I literally was talking to him 20 minutes ago. Oh my gosh. He'll call me back. But like the Milky Way, I think it's 300 billion, or I think it is something like that. Stars and planets and moons. But then when you look at the Andromeda galaxy, it has over 1 trillion. Think about that. And that's just one galaxy. Think about that. It's just unbelievable what's out there and how really small we are in the universe. And like I said, these beautiful images of the gaseous, dusty clouds and nebulas, and it's just, I love it. And when you go to his website, people do this. I'm thinking of doing it. Because I'm running out of room, because I've got so much stuff around. But I'm thinking of putting a big one right over there, taking one of his images, bringing it somewhere to get printed. Because it has to be, it has to be rendered for high res to enlarge it. So it has to go through a process. Otherwise, it's going to come out blurry. So, you got to go through that process so that when you make a 3x4, because see, like these banners, that's a 3x4. I took the other ones down because of this. So just imagine a picture that big. Oh, that's a 2. No, that's a 2 by. I think no, that might be 3. That might be a 3x5. Actually, that's a 3x5. But imagine a painting of a galaxy or something on your wall if you like space. And you could get the image from his website for free. And you can pick and choose which one you want on your wall. If you like that stuff. That would be wicked. Like, if you have a kid, a small child, you know how you put the planets hanging and all that. Imagine these beautiful paintings or posters, because you can make posters too. It doesn't have to be a banner. It doesn't have to be a painting. It could be a poster. Like I use Vistaprint. That's what I use. Go to Vistaprint. You make a poster for like $15. And then you get a frame. That's what I'm saying. What's up? Headband, you almost made me choke. Oh boy. Last night we were on, Mark was on with me for 3 hours. What, Mom? Here we go. Here's the other, you have no idea how this drives me nuts. Every time I go live, this is what happens. What happened, Ma?
I found this hat outside, your hat.
Oh, that's work hat. That's an old hat. Yeah, that's my cap when I'm doing painting and stuff. Yeah. Leave it on the chair. I gotta put that away. I know, but it's an old one.
It doesn't matter. It's nice.
Just leave it on the chair for me, please.
Yes, I am.
All right, see you later. And do those dishes for me. The ones I said, because I want to make meatloaf with Spanish rice tonight. With potatoes. I'm cheating today. What?
Just don't bother.
Okay.
Let me do what I'm doing. You do it. Do I bother you when you're doing something for yourself? No.
The reason I'm making meatloaf, I'm just going to wait till she leaves so she stops talking so I can talk. So we don't hear two voices. But I went to Walmart earlier. Because I bought that chocolate cake and other stuff. But I always look to see what's on sale, because these days you really need to look what's on sale. Because everything's so expensive. It's just, everything's going up. I'll wait. She's still talking.
Come on, Tycho. Get out of the way.
So, I saw the ground beef on sale. Like, they reduced the price because it's probably dated, but it's still good. And I think it's 92% lean, because I don't eat anything with too much fat. And I bought, they were small. They were little ones. So I'm going to make meatloaf today. Milky Way. Okay, good. Thank you, Headband. I was right then about that. Thank you. He confirmed it. Headband said Milky Way has between 100 and 400 million stars. Billion, I mean, not million. Billion. And Andromeda has 1 trillion. Mark was talking about that last night. That's amazing. What's up to Patrick and Big Al, Raul, Peter, Jandri, Mia, Vashon, Walter, Freddie, all of you, Elizabeth, anyone who's watching on TikTok. So yeah, he's working on that, Amol. He's working. What do you mean sound's gone? My sound is working. Check your side, Headband. But he said that he's looking at a location in Colorado. The owner of the property would like him to have a telescope on his property. And it's like 7,000 feet elevation. And actually a darker sky than Arizona. That's money. That is a money spot. So I think it's going to happen. But you got to remember, this stuff costs a lot of money. Mark, he's got this thing that he has the site where people can help out and all that, but this is expensive stuff. The Starlink costs him in each location 120, I think he said last night, each month, just to keep it running. What about the maintenance? What about what he pays to facilitate his telescopes at these locations? There's an owner, right? So it costs money to operate and maintain what he does. So, well, the audio's not out on, I don't know what to tell you. Amol, he's saying the audio is out on the other tube channel. Amol, are you still there? Can you hear me? Because I see my thing moving. And anybody on TikTok, if you're there, let me know if you can hear my sound, because somebody's complaining that they can't hear me now. But it's operating. I could see it bouncing up and down on OBS. So I don't think there's a problem. I think the problem, sometimes I used to get that, people say, oh, your sound went out. And it's there. It's their end. It happens all the time. And what's up to Carlos, Ari, Trisha, AK, Shorty, Paulina, Walker. Oh, so you can hear me, Amal. Would you go on the other channel and tell him it's him, not me? I thought so. Because I can see it's operating on my end. If you can, Amal. I don't know. He's telling me audio is out. Talk about a triple chocolate cake. They weren't wrong about that. That thing is as chocolate as it gets. Oh my God, that thing must be loaded with sugar. You could that's what it's so sweet. I can't eat too much of that. Oh man, no coffee. I don't feel like making more. I'm too lazy right now. Anyway, what's up to Barb? And I finally Mo went and said it's you, Headband. Oh man. Thank you, Mo. Amol, I'll be back tonight. I'm gonna be on for a little bit now, but I want a game for a little while. Did you? And then I'm gonna watch TV in a little while to watch some sports. I don't know if anybody cares about sports that's watching right now, but they have had a really terrible season overall, in my opinion. Very subpar. A lot of injuries, but that's part of the game. But right now, it's like they're on a roll. I thought they were done. I thought they were toast. I didn't even think they were going to make the playoffs. Now they're 2 games behind the Blue Jays because the Blue Jays, since the All-Star break, are under 500. Now they're the ones going this way. And the Yankees are the ones going this way. Yankees have won 7 in a row. And, you know, I don't want to talk jinx because I bet you they'll lose today. But I'm going to watch that game later because this is crunch time for baseball. And it's tight. It is getting interesting now. So they play at 2, which is like in 3 hours. So I'm just going to chill, relax. I really want to make more coffee, but I'm just too lazy to go make a fresh pot. I really am. I'm not going to lie. Hope all of you are having a great weekend, too. It's gorgeous here. I don't know how it is where you live, but here in the Hudson Valley, New York, it is awesome outside. I was going to go bike riding, but I'll go tomorrow. Because I did that wood yesterday, the firewood. That was tough. I don't know if we could see it. Might be able to. That is a crazy chocolate cake. I thought the Bavarian German chocolate cakes were wild. That one's ridiculous. But ridiculously good. That's... Oh yeah, because it's in the shade, you can't really see it. It's kind of bizarre. I really can't see it. You could barely see it. So when I share the screen, because I'm doing multiple sharing, it slows everything down. Because TikTok, you're seeing a shared screen from OBS. And now I'm going to, on top of that, share another screen. So this is a lot of stress. That's what it looks like in front of my yard right now, my front yard. You could see the wood in the distance. I'm getting ready for winter, but the wood is all stacked here. And it's that far. You just can't see it because of this. It goes to about right here. And it's about 4.5 feet high, double stack. It's a double stack. So there's 2 rows, and it ends where the green ends. So this is completely full of wood, firewood, for the winter. Because winter is coming. And last winter was tough. Oh my gosh. What's up, Genghis? Oh, it's working? Headband? Last winter was cold. Hey, Genghis, what did you think last night of the show? Interesting, right? Dude, it's getting like really interesting doing that show with him. And Chris. Commander will be joining us next week. I think. I hope. But it's getting really interesting, like just the concepts, everything that's going on. I think I figured it out, but he's not. John is not giving us hints. He just wants to tease the heck out of us. This is how it looks in the backyard right now. It's a beautiful day. Isn't that a song? U2, I think. It is beautiful out. But now, you know, it's going downhill. It's getting chilly. So it's like, what, tomorrow's the 1st. That's it. It turns now. But it's gorgeous out. Matter of fact, I'm going to check the weather. I want to see what the Atlantic... Last I seen, the Atlantic... Put out the fire chief. Put out the fire chief. last I seen, we've been very lucky this year. The Carolinas missed. I mean, wow, did they really miss? Now my screen's gonna go crazy because I'm sharing. It's gonna look like that. Oh shit, there's a low pressure off of in the Atlantic. What the hell's that? There's a low there, but that's moving out. I'm looking at the Atlantic. Hurricane season peaks September 10th. But it's still active through October. Okay, that's moving out. This is the Euro model. I don't use the American. Okay, there's a low pressure of concern right there. And there is a high pressure here, which could sweep this up. Steering currents. Let's see what it does. Exactly what I thought it would do. The influence of the high. Oh, thank God for that. It's going to take it up. Oh my gosh, thank gosh that's not coming in. Because the steering is going, look at the high pressure here. It's going to pull it up. But there's still a slight chance. This is almost over a week out. There's a slight chance of what, it all depends what that high pressure does. And if there's a front that comes from Canada to block it. But there's another one. But it looks like it's going to go north. Yep. At least this long range and then turning away. It's the high pressure. That would be a terrible situation if we're going to have to keep an eye on the models. We're going to have to keep an eye on this moving forward. In 5 days, I'll check this again. Because that forecast will definitely change. This will not be here in 5 days. The models are going to change. It could be somewhere totally different. But there's going to be a storm out there somewhere. That's the key. Got to keep an eye on it. Let's check what the weather's going on in the country. Let's see what's going on. Let's bring up radar Omega. Louisiana had rain. That's why I was focused on this area. Oh, they got some nasty weather right now. Let's see if any alerts pop up. If nothing pops up here, that means the country's quiet. And there's no alerts. There's not even any severe boxes anywhere. The country is quiet. Yeah, you'll have showers and all that, but there's no severe weather threat. There's not even an alert anywhere because the alerts appear up here. So that's great. It's a lot of high pressures. So Louisiana looks like they've got something going on. Like showers, nothing crazy. Let's see how this is moving to the southeast. But that could be some nice amount of rain. Genghis, how's your weather? We were talking about Atlas last night, Headman. On the one hand, I hear the UFO people talking what they're saying. On the other hand, I hear a person who's an astronomer like Mark tell me the science. So, which one do you think I lean on? The science. Absolutely. Absolutely. Does it have unusual characteristics? Yes. Is it 100%? I don't even think Mark would say 100% that it is what he says it is. It's like a 99% chance. But what about that one? So, like when I do the show, Genghis, I don't know if he's still in chat. Last night we were talking about it on the show. Matter of fact, no, I don't know if I have permission to run it. I should call John. Let's see if I have permission to run it first. I'm not getting in trouble. I have the video downloaded, so it's not like a problem for TikTok. And it is part of the station. But TikTok doesn't know that. He's probably up. Good morning. Good morning.
What's up, Bill?
I got a question because someone's asking me about the 3i Atlas. Mark was on with me for 3 hours last night talking astronomy, and we brought it up. But do I have permission to run that 6-minute thing on my stream to show them?
Yeah, go for it. That's what it's for.
All right, because I don't want to get in trouble with
The whole thing.
I don't want to get in trouble with Keith if I show it on my stream.
No. It was supposed to be shown. We
Okay.
just wanted to wait till last night to debut it. So yeah.
All right, I'll see you hit me up during the week.
I will. Thanks.
Later.
Bill.
Bye. I have permission. Now this is connected more with. Okay. So there could be the makeup of the Atlas, and if you look, James Webb just did a scientific analysis of it. It's out there. You can look it up. James Webb Atlas, and you'll see the information from a science perspective. Now this thing must be. They're saying some are saying that this object has been traveling in space for billions of years. And Mark was saying, and I agree because the James Webb did say that. Mark was right. It may have a lot of its composition may be carbon dioxide, I think he said. So it has unusual characters, but he said it comes from a different part of space where that's why it has that makeup. From wherever it emanated from originally. Now, somebody said, well, it looks like it's coming from the same area that the Voyager sent out the signals. You remember the Voyager probe, Voyagers 1 and 2. It's coming from the direction, but from a science perspective, it's a comet. It has all the characteristics of a comet, but it's still unusual. It does have unusual characteristics, and it is. I don't know. Mark wasn't sure. Which one was faster, Oumuamua or 3i Atlas? I thought that Atlas was faster, like 130 miles per hour, not even per hour, 130,000 miles per hour or something like that. Somebody could check me on that. But then, there are other theories and opinions about what it could be, including some kind of reconnaissance object. Look, not for nothing, Oumuamua did act very strange. And they say we didn't see it until it was exiting away from us. You're telling me that we don't have I am a little shaky with that. Because we have satellites and observations of the NEOs, near Earth orbit objects. This thing was huge. You're telling me that you didn't detect this coming in until after it went around the Earth and headed it away? I mean, really? You didn't see that? Something's funny there to me. That doesn't make... Oh, man, I need more coffee. That doesn't add up to me. I could understand a smaller size object where it's detected at the last minute, which you see that all the time. This thing was huge. You're telling me you didn't see this until it was exiting? I don't know about that. I'm not buying that. And then it changed trajectory. It sped up. I mean, this thing had some weird characteristics of Oumuamua. So right away, when we see another interstellar object coming in, people are like, And what? It's hiding behind the sun. It's going to pass close to what? 3 planets? Mars, Jupiter, Venus? You're telling me we can't get good observation when it does that from some satellites out there? Don't we have satellites around these planets? Are they just pointing downward toward the surface of the planets? I don't know. But I cannot imagine them not getting images, like really good quality images, even as it approaches that. Get the James Webb on it. Get anything you can. You're telling me the James Webb can't go toward Mars or Jupiter or Venus as this thing is getting close? Or other kinds of satellites out there? Observers? Reconnaissance? Whatever? There's got to be something. We've got to be able to see this object, in my opinion. I don't know if we'll really see them, unless they're trying to keep that away from us. I don't know. But on the flip side, what's going on the station is we're running a series called The Green Veil. It's animated. It's 22 chapters. It has to do with what happened at Rendlesham in 1980, Christmas time, when they experienced some type of phenomenon in the woods. Now, it varies on who you speak to of their experience. But John, and that was John Burroughs that I was just talking to on the phone. His experience, as he has the recall and remembers as much as possible, because, who knows, what happened after when they were interrogated. Did they do anything to try to erase their memories? Who knows, we don't know. I know, right? Headband. Right? Could you imagine that it just goes behind the sun and stops? It's like, okay, now where did it go? It's slowing down. Like in movies, the object is slowing down. That's impossible. It was traveling at 130,000 miles per hour. Now it's slowing down and it stopped. But again, going back to John. John had an experience. He was enveloped by light, let's just say, an energy field, a time distortion bubble. And you have to watch the series, because even though it's science fiction based on changing names, there are some high-playered profile people that were involved in this that the public may not even be aware of. And it's very, very interesting. So what goes on here, it could be, in this clip I'm going to show you, it's like trying to connect Atlas to what happened at Rendlesham 45 years ago. So I'm going to play that video. This is something that we had on the show last night when we were live. Let me see if I could find it. I think I know where it is. Pretty sure. Okay. Let's look for Atlas. There it is. Okay, this should pop up on maybe that screen. We'll pause it. Make sure audio's on. Lower the mic.
Okay, here he comes from the south. He's coming toward us now. Well, we're observing what appears to be a beam coming down to the ground. This is unreal.
3I Atlas, returning presence or convergence trigger. On July 1st, 2025, the object designated 3I Atlas was confirmed as the third known interstellar body to pass through our solar system. Publicly, it is described as a fragment of cosmic debris. Privately, its emergence coincides with Project Echo Frame's resonance forecasts tied to Jack Barrett. This white paper addresses a critical hypothesis. 3I Atlas is not a random visitor, but a returning presence, linked to prior convergence points, including the Rendlesham event of December 1980. Its reappearance is not incidental. It is timed. Observational data detected by the Atlas survey. July 1st, 2025, inbound at interstellar velocity. Orbital analysis suggests a hyperbolic trajectory, yet anomalies persist. Historic parallels. The Rendlesham incident occurred during an earlier convergence cycle tied to Cobra Mist's failure and anomalous radar echoes. Witnesses, including Jack Barrett, experienced time dilation consistent with foreign field interaction. Signal correlation, echo frame. Modeling indicates that 3I Atlas's path intersects harmonic coordinates identified at Capel Green, 45 years to the day after Barrett's original encounter. A returning presence. The cyclical convergence model. 3I Atlas is not new. It re-enters on resonance-timed pathways, synchronized with human consciousness triggers. Jack Barrett's altered DNA fields may be the interface, making him the receiver rather than a passive witness. Resonance intelligence. If 3I Atlas is engineered or guided, its function could be surveillance, transmission, or initiation of the next stage in Echo Protocol. Its spectral anomalies align with non-thermal emissions detected during Barrett's original encounter. Temporal feedback. Barrett's time dilation event in 1980 may not have been a singular phenomenon, but an opening of a loop that 3I Atlas now completes. Returning here implies not only the object, but also the return of Barrett himself, across layered consciousness states. Implications for Jack Barrett. His resonance signature is already entangled with the anomaly. 3I Atlas's return activates the final sequence, the convergence. His son, Leo Barrett, represents the biological echo that 3I Atlas may be designed to awaken. 4. Global security. This event is not a close approach, but a signal match. Intelligence agencies, OSI, CIA, NSA, recognize that 3I Atlas's re-entry aligns with projected timelines for the 2026 Hall of Accordance event. Competing nations, Russia, China, are monitoring, interpreting this as a repeatable weaponization cycle. For humanity, if 3I Atlas is a returning beacon, it is a marker that the window for choice is closing. Science and faith must unify or collapse under AI-driven weaponization. Barrett's testimony, already scheduled, will either seal disclosure or trigger suppression. Research and operational directives. Resonant tracking. Cross-correlate Atlas data with Cobra Mist archives. Look for repeating harmonic frequencies. Biological interface monitoring. Continuous analysis of Jack Barrett's and Leo Barrett's DNA field anomalies. Confirm if their resonance aligns with 3I Atlas's emission patterns. Signal containment. Establish deep radar and EM array coverage at Capel Green for the December anniversary. Deploy counterintelligence to monitor Mossad, Russian and Chinese presence. Psychological conditioning. Prepare Barrett and his son for field immersion. Past events indicate their conscious stability is the linchpin for controlling or surviving the convergence. 3I Atlas cannot be dismissed as random. Its return is a signal event tied to Echo Protocol, Rendlesham 1980, and the imminent Capel Green convergence.
All right, just to break this down, you might be hearing a lot of stuff. Jack Barrett, the character Jack Barrett, is John Burroughs. His son, also, there's been tests done. The DNA. Now, the Hope, before I get into that, the Hopis believe that all of us have it within our DNA for higher awareness, consciousness. It's in our DNA. All of us have it within us. And it's part of our DNA makeup. So what if, like what's going on here, because John, what he states is that he experienced some kind of a time dilation and saw, when he was inside, his future self. I mean, this is what he says happened to him at Rendlesham. Now, Jim, on the other hand, Peniston, says he actually was in contact with a physical object. When he touched it, there was some kind of a code. I'm just putting that one out there. And I have the book. But what if, like it's mentioned in that video clip, that the Atlas is some kind of observation vehicle that's either doing reconnaissance or returning a signal from a distance that wouldn't be considered. Some are trying to say that it could be malevolent in nature, have bad intentions, but what if it was doing it from a distance on purpose, as not to be threatening, but send a signal back? Or a transmission. Because that's just hypothesis. That's a theory. We all have an opinion. You know how that goes. Absolutely speculation. But a lot of people out there are saying stuff like this. But a lot of them are spinning it into some dark alien potential invasion kind of a deal. Right away they're jumping. And Albie did mention it. Maybe it's here for not good intentions. That's like, oh my God, Stephen Hawking. Why are we sending signals out for contact? We may not be careful what you wish for. It may be hostile in nature that answers that call. Stephen Hawking did bring that up. So that's why there's a lot of... I look at it and I know a lot of people like I'm not one of, I don't like going over the cliff kind of thing. But some people would say this is all part of a false flag conspiracy event, so that the global powers can take control and we have a new world order. I'm sure that's out there. I mean, I would bet money on it that that's out there somewhere. Or can you imagine if something were to occur? How does society handle an event like that? Oh my gosh. Especially in this country. I don't know how that's going to play out. The rest of the world might have a different view. Maybe dealing it in more practical terms. But here, everybody's going to be saying this is the deep state. This is all part of a conspiracy. This is a hologram. This is blah, 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 blah. And others will say, well, listen, this is really happening. This is true. And then you got to consider how it affects the global environment. Financially, militarily, religiously, socially. All those different things. If something like this was to really happen. So, I mean, imagine it did. I'm not saying it will, because I believe in the science. I believe it's just a comet. It has a little weird characteristics, but I believe it's comet. But what if it's not? What if it's like that video we just seen, and it deploys a signal or a transmission? Or it's just simply doing a recon mission and doing observations from a distance of what's going on here. Is that in preparation for a hypothetical future engagement, good or bad. I mean, how would we know if that is? How would we even know? It's like, are we going to be able to figure it out? Like, what did it do? Can you imagine all the people jumping and saying, oh my gosh, it just got all, how do you know? It got all the information. It knows everything about us. How do you know that? How do you know if it does anything? Like, we're going to know? I don't think so. Or if they did figure out if it did, are they going to tell us? I don't think so. So, and when you look at it realistically, a lot of it just doesn't make sense. From a scientific perspective, I think it's pretty simple to say it's just a comet and it's coming in really fast and it's coming from a very long distance. It's been traveling for possibly billions of years. Who knows? But it fascinates everybody because of Oumuamua. Oumuamua is really the one that makes this one. If this was the first object, but after what Oumuamua, people are like, oh my gosh, another interstellar object. And like Headband said in chat, our detection has become much better. So we're going to see this more often, interstellar objects coming in. The only thing is, like I said, though he says that, why do they say that we only seen Oumuamua while it was heading away from us? You're telling me an object that size, with the NEO observation, near-Earth objects that are a potential threat to the Earth, and you're saying you did not detect the size of this thing because it was humongous, and you didn't see that until after it passed and it's leaving us? I don't think so. A smaller object I could see. A lot of times you'll see on the news, like a day before or 2 days before, it'll say, we just detected a small NEO, it's going to graze the Earth, or like a couple of days, but it's small in size. This thing is huge. Headband, if you're still there, what are the dimensions of Oumuamua? Can you look that up for me? This thing was big, and you're telling me you didn't see it until it was moving away from us? That's why you didn't get a good observation of it? Do you buy that? I don't buy that. They must have known that thing was coming in. And they must have did some surveillance on it, observation. But they're not saying that. They're saying, we didn't see it until it was too late. Now, maybe on a civilian platform, but I think that we know a lot more about Oumuamua than they're telling us. That's just my opinion. Obviously, I could definitely be wrong. But it was massive. I'm actually going to look it up. How large was Oumuamua? Okay, here we go. And it says here it's the first known interstellar object because that's why it's got the 1 associated to it. And this one has the 3. It's the third that they say. I'm going to just look up the Oumuamua. I'm at the NASA site. It was up to 1/4 miles long and perhaps 10 times as long as it is wide. This thing was massive. And they didn't detect this? Oumuamua is up to 1/4 mile long and highly elongated, perhaps 10 times as long as it was wide. Okay, so that means it was like 40 meters wide and 400 meters long. The aspect ratio is greater than any asteroid or comet observed in our solar system to date. While its elongated shape is quite surprising, unlike objects seen in our solar system, it may provide a clue, blah, 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 how other solar systems were formed. So they're saying it was discovered through a telescope, a civilian telescope, in Hawaii. The object was named Oumuamua by its discoverers. It means a messenger from afar arriving first in Hawaiian. I'm skimming. Then they used all kinds of telescopes around the world, like the Very Large Telescope in Chile. They're probably using a lot of different ones. Then the Institute of Astronomy in Hawaii found that Oumuamua varies in brightness by a factor of 10 as it spins on its axis every 73 hours. Oh, go, here we go. I gotta go to TikTok. So this thing was pretty large. I'm looking for the discovery. It was discovered by the University of Hawaii's Pan-STARRS 1 telescope, funded by NASA's Near-Earth Orbit Object Observations. I said that. How come the NEO didn't pick it up? While originally classified as a comet, observations revealed no signs of cometary activity after it slingshotted past the sun. And it was faster, at a blistering speed of 196,000 miles per hour. That's unbelievable. It was briefly classified as an asteroid until new instruments and measurements found it was accelerating slightly, a sign that it behaves more like a comet. They're saying that it approximately came from the bright star Vega. However, it took so long for the interstellar object to make its journey that Oumuamua was there about 300,000 years ago. Now, who knows from that point? So again, this thing was big, 1/4 mile long. That's big. Yeah. 1/4. Well, over there it said 1/4 mile on the NASA site. That's what I was reading from. That's big. And they didn't really get a good observation until after it was leaving. Really? Possible? Yeah. That's another great point. Because we're moving. We're spinning around the center, which we can run into areas where this kind of debris exists. Like Headband said. Our galaxy may be entering a place full of these. Now remember, we're part of the spiral, and we're not toward the center. So as we're moving through space, we may be encountering these too. Because we're spinning around the center of the galaxy, of the Milky Way. So, and I'm not like this fast, but we are moving through space. So like he said, that's very possible that we're encountering more because we're entering an area where more of this type of activity occurs. And it could be like from the makeup of a solar system, planets, or maybe even things that were and breaking apart and splintered, and that's why they look like this. And you know, there's so many theories. It is fascinating to me, at least. But we'll see as it gets closer and we get better observations. We'll see exactly what the heck is going on, I guess. Or maybe not. Maybe they won't say anything. But I'm sure all the observatories are going to be watching in the hemispheres. They're going to definitely be watching for this. They kind of missed out on the Oumuamua. They're not missing out on this one. They're going to be on it. I mean, come on. You would think, right? Could you imagine, and somebody said this in a chat during a show, but you know, it's far-fetched, but maybe in the future. Imagine attaching some kind of a sensor to a comet, and it does all kinds of telemetry all kinds of readings, and to put like a camera on it as it's traveling through space at that speed. It's a free ride. Could you imagine? That would be wickedly awesome. Somebody said that in the chat. I don't remember who said it. It wasn't, I don't know if it was here or, but that is a brilliant idea, to piggyback on an asteroid or a comet as it's traveling through space and getting that information back. That would be outrageous. To me, that's a great concept idea. Even though the technology is getting better for communications in space, but still, could you imagine? That would be so cool. I never got into the Alien Nation series at all, ever. I never got into it. I got into V, which they kind of ruined, but I never got into Alien Nation. Hello to Christina Dawn, Aguila, Holy Spirit, Sweet Lisa, Chico, Chris, Nightmare, Mini Moose, all of you on TikTok. And all the other ones I missed. JJ, Tank, Trish, oh my God. Colcott, Nick, Patrick, Melly, Lori, Gracie, all of you. There's just too many to just talk. I can keep scrolling up but all of you on TikTok. But yeah, Headband, I agree with what you're saying in chat, in one of the chat platforms. Anyway, I'm gonna, and Nexi, that just came into TikTok. I am going to now chill out and game for a little while. And just relax. That was my intention. That's why it says time to game. But we got into this whole conversation about, I'm going to blame Headband, TikTok. I'm throwing him under the bus. He brought up Atlas. He got me started on this. So it's all his fault. He's on one of the other platforms. Oh my gosh. We were just talking about the 3i Atlas. Because I'm only looking at the TubeU and Twitch and TikTok. Because I just got too much activity going on the screens. I can't look at all the platforms. I can't see Rumbly. I can't see the Book of Faces, chat. I can't see any of that. Because I just got too much going on. Okay. See, some people say he literally said that. He did not. He said, what if the possibility exists that this is something else? But then somebody told me, I think it was John, that he went on a program 2 days ago. Oh, no, it wasn't John. I think it was on another show that I was producing. That he said something recently that was like, what the heck? I don't know. I don't think he said definitively that this is an alien object. I think it's more, I don't think he's that naive to say that, like, it is an alien reconnaissance or whatever it is. I don't want to say the other word, because I don't, just say reconnaissance mission. Come on. I don't think he said it definitively. What if it is? Maybe. What if it's possibly something else? I don't think he said definitively that this is an extraterrestrial object coming in. You know what I mean? Right. He said it could be. Key word, could. Not that definitively it is. It could be. We don't know. What if it is? It's speculation. The word could is speculative in nature. It's not a definitive word. It's like, you know what I mean? Oh, we definitely can't think outside the box. It's too difficult. It hurts people's heads to think outside the box, Amal. People don't want it. They want to think as simplistic as possible and keep things that way. It's really hard for people to start thinking about outside the box. I agree with you on that. It's too difficult to try to think of all the different possibilities. We'll just stick to the narrow vision and say it's probably this, not. And breakthrough science, a lot of things that it's because they think outside the box. Breakthroughs. A lot of people get frustrated. It's almost like the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and getting a different result. You have to think outside the box and change that. Not that it always works, but from a creativity point of view, that's even if I did something simple in the house, like, what's my approach to fix that? And then you think of the nuts and bolts approach. But sometimes you got to think about totally, like you're saying, outside the box. And maybe there's a totally different way at looking at this that I could solve this. And you know what? A lot of the times I'm doing it here. Look at the way I built the bike. When I was building that rod in the back, I had to think outside the box to make it work. I used clothesline things. I was like, I'm trying to think of what kind of L brackets and all this to try to make it work. And I'm saying everything that I was thinking about was not coming out. It wasn't going to work. The way this had to be bracketed and to hold it tight so it wouldn't slide and move. So I'm thinking, that's not going to work. And then thinking outside the box, I bought a T-pipe, a heavy-duty T-pipe that you would use, under a sink or whatever. And then I added onto it outside the box thinking, and you know what? It worked perfectly. But if I took the regular nuts and bolts approach, I couldn't think of anything. So again, it's like the show MacGyver. Whether it was the original or the remake. He's thinking outside the box. You know what I mean? Oh, I don't even want to go there, Amol. I'm not even bringing that up. But I know what you mean. So, it's good. It's good to have those creative juices flowing and coming up with a different approach to resolving an issue. Like, I don't think they have people in science laboratories, R&D research, working on the same. It could be, because they may have a breakthrough in the direction, but you think they're all working on the same concept, or are they coming at it from a different approach to try to resolve the same thing they're all working on? They probably have all these different departments working on ideas on how can we get to point B from point A. And then after they get to point B, they may do it again. They all come together. Okay, now, how do we go to get point C? But you think they're all going to work on it? Or maybe they will, they collaborate. Or maybe they just, again, go on their separate departments and approach it from a different perspective. But that's too hard for a lot of people to even think that way. Because they want to keep it simple. Exactly what I was saying before. I was referring to that. Keeping a safe distance headband. Spot on. That's what I was saying. Maybe it's purposely doing its trajectory to stay away from us, not to be seen as a threat from us or from them. I agree with that. And observing us. Because remember, our civilization as it advances, because we are a violent species. There's just no doubt about that in general. We are potentially a threat out there. I'm not talking about in 10 years or 100 years. But in our evolutionary stages, as we become more technologically advanced and we can travel vast distances, whatever. Are we a threat for civilizations out there if we don't change the way we are here? They're going to see us like, oh my God. They're nuts down there. They're dangerous. We need to keep an eye on them. Because they may not be there now. But we have to worry about them in the future. Because they are violent. They can pose a threat to us. So I agree with what you just wrote. Maybe it is a ship of some sorts. It could be camouflage, exploring, but with caution. Like, what if you come across something aggressive? Study them first. I totally agree. But not from our perspective, from their perspective. Because initially, obviously, we consider it a threat. Forget about it. Just think about what it would be like to try to communicate with something that we have no understanding of or how they communicate. You think we're going to wait till we figure that out? Or because do they know how we think of our intention? You're closing in on airspace, closed airspace. You must retreat. You must exit the airspace or we will fire upon you. Like, they're going to understand that. So the likelihood is we're going to make the first strike. It's so funny when you see in the movies, they're trying to communicate with the object. Alien aircraft, you are entering closed airspace. Retreat now or be destroyed. Like, they know. Maybe they do. Maybe they know our forms of communication. They observed us and they know all the languages and everything else. But, I mean, really, isn't that so stupid to think that they'll understand us? Trying to communicate. Hail them. Hail them. Hail them how? How do we know they're receiving? It's like so stupid. So I would think that would be just an interesting scenario to see how that goes down. You know what I mean? That would be like if we sent a bunch of planes up. Let's just say there's an object hovering. We don't know what it is. It's not of Earth. So do you keep a distance? How do you engage it to not seem threatening to it? Unless it makes a move first, a hostile move towards you, then you know they're going to fire upon it. But how do you play that out for real? As to not seem hostile. Engage, but not in a hostile act. Stay a distance. Observe it from a distance, but not engage. Because that can be seen as an aggressive act. I mean, I don't know if I want to say I would love to see that for myself, but that would be a very interesting scenario. How that plays out. Real first contact. I mean, it may have happened already. I'm just saying, I don't know. But it is fascinating to think about. Like, what if this thing sent a signal? Math is probably the common denominator here, so to speak. Would it have some kind of mathematical properties for us to decipher? If they observe us, do they understand the way we communicate? There's so many questions in that kind of scenario. There's just so much. Too much unknown. And could you imagine, like that movie, what was it? The Arrival? That was kind of interesting. It wasn't so much of an extraterrestrial movie. It was trying to show you the power struggle between science and the military. And I don't even think the military would hold out that long in a scenario like that. And wait for answers? I don't know about that. But communication is key. But what if you mistranslate that communication and instead of a message of peace, you misinterpret it as a threatening message? You got to be sure, right? How are you sure? I don't know. It's like Close Encounters. We're going to match tones and colors to each other. And it's teaching us now. It's teaching us their language, their library. Oh, man. I don't think it's going to be as simple as that. Oh, yeah, with the AI equation. The non-human intelligence. Oh, for sure. Using that to travel through space and not humans. Could you imagine that? And that's definitely going to happen. That is a definite. There's not even a doubt that's going to happen. It's the smart move. I mean, for advancement, technology, maybe not necessarily a smart move otherwise, but that would be a good idea. As to not jeopardize biologicals. Us. Vast distances. That, I definitely, Jim, I definitely see that happening. The AI for space travel. Amongst everything else, but I do see that. Saw something about taking crowd information, making a 3D image of them by rotation image on the central point. And the new object appears to be pieces of machinery. Oh, it's probably fake. But then again, yeah. And that's another thing, deciphering code. We don't know if we're dealing with something that is actually code, and maybe it's a test. A test that when we figure it out, we've achieved that next level, that now we're able to use that to take us to the next step. What if it's something like that? The only way they pass the test is if they solve that. Because then they'll know what to do next. Could be. Yeah. It's almost like the movie Contact, where they got the blueprints and they built this machine to travel. That's the kind of the concept I'm thinking, to build some type of machine, you know what I mean? Or some kind of Stargate. That's the kind of thing I'm here when you say that, you know, that's what I'm getting from it. But who knows? Maybe here on Earth somewhere is advanced technology from the past, but it's hidden from us. How do we know there wasn't more advanced past civilizations here? And I forgot the name of the theory. It's out there. It's been out there for a few years. I just can't remember the name of it. So, again, it's fascinating. It's really interesting to think about. And now I'm hearing somebody mention to me, you hearing about this new stuff about the moon? I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh, there might be some news coming about our moon soon. I said, really? Yeah, new information. This is what a person told me yesterday. And I'm like, okay. What are we talking about here? The person didn't want to go into details. I was like, oh boy. Oh. And somebody sent me this. want to say the name. Okay. I'm going to read this to you. I got to get my glasses. If I find it. Now, this was posted on X. It's on somebody posted this on X. I'm only going to read to you. I haven't looked into it that deep yet. Danny Sheehan tells Fox 32 Chicago that elements within the CIA and DOD have committed perjury to Congress by denying that the U.S. has recovered a non-human origin extraterrestrial spacecraft and the bodies. That's a quote. Remember, this was on a news program. Quote, there appear to be some craft that have been back engineered and constructed are being flown by the U.S. Air Force personnel in a deep secret program, end quote. Sheehan says that the UAP Disclosure Act, which the Senate will vote on in the coming weeks, they do that every year, will mandate the release of the information to the public. Good luck with that, because what happened the last time when they were trying to do amendments and everything, it was bipartisan. But the high-ranking Republicans in the House said, hell no. But it was bipartisan in the Senate. But when it went to the House, the higher-ranking Republicans said, So I guess this is the clip. Let's hear it.
You've been meeting with some lawmakers here, and you're calling on Congress to pass the bipartisan UAP Disclosure Act.
Bipartisan.
If they do pass it, what will we find?
Well, what we're going to find out is that there is an element deep within the Defense Department and the Operations Director of the Central Intelligence Agency that has been committing perjury to Congress, lying, denying the fact that they have recovered a non-human origin extraterrestrial spacecraft and the bodies that they've now DNA tested and know to be non-human.
You're saying, you represent some whistleblowers, you're saying that they have disclosed to you that this evidence exists, these documents exist, that these phenomena have come indeed from out of this world with actual alien species.
That they know they're non-human.
Do they describe what those species are or look like?
Actually,
See how they change it? That's the big thing right now. NHI, non-human intelligence. They're being very careful because they're not sure the source is extraterrestrial nature. We could be dealing with something interdimensional. That's why they kind of changed it, because they're not so sure it's ETs. They think it's, a lot of them are more, and I know this from talking to many people, it's interdimensional.
not yet to the public. We've gotten this information out. But the fact of the matter is that if we get this bill passed, and we're getting in the process this in the first week of September, we're hoping as soon as they come back from their summer break, that the Senate is going to pass a 64-page bill that mandates that all of the information that is 25 years old or more, that's basically anything before 2000, basically has to be immediately publicly released to the people, okay? And anything else is going to be submitted to a 9-person panel to be appointed by the president. And that panel is not only to go through it and decide what else to release right away, but they're going to set up a 7-year program called the UAP Controlled Disclosure Campaign Plan, to release all of this information over the next 7-year period so that we can adjust our economic systems, our geopolitical structures, our domestic political structures to try to accommodate the fact that we now are aware of the the fact that there's an extraterrestrial civilization surrounding us.
So this law is set up to that if we do confirm this evidence, that the American people, the world population, will learn about this in a measured fashion. Does this include some of those space or those craft that were captured by U.S. Air Force pilots that seem to descend from the atmosphere to the sea, within seconds, defying the laws of gravity and physics?
0.7 of 1 second.
0.7 of 1 second.
From 80,000 feet. In stopping instantaneously at the surface of the ocean, 6,000 Gs of centrifugal force on them.
And I think these are some of the videos that some of those pilots had caught.
Yeah, that's the Tic Tac.
They were on TikTok.
That's the Tic Tac. And those were picked up by the F-18 Super Hornet gun cameras.
That's ours.
On them. They have myriad other photographs of them, up-close photographs taken right out of the cockpit of some of these craft, and that they've now, as they've recovered the craft, and they've recovered the bodies that they've DNA tested, and have now confirmed that they are non-human.
So this is, you're just saying, the Defense Department's keeping this secret from everybody.
Yes.
They have lied to the public.
And to Congress.
I mean, could we theoretically say that those craft were secret Defense Department programs from contractors testing out new technology?
Some kind of them have been, because they've been engaged in a back engineering program. They've had these craft for some time, and they've been engaged in back engineering the technology, trying to replicate some of these. And so there appear to be some craft that have been back engineered and constructed, and that are being flown by U.S. Air Force personnel in a deep secret program. But the reality is that there are a major number of other craft that are not ours. They're not Soviet, or they're not Russian, and they're not Chinese.
Okay. First of all, the Tic Tac is ours. So he has to be careful with how he words this. And he does represent, he is the lawyer for a lot of the whistleblowers. Danny Sheehan is directly involved with what's going on in D.C. And has been for years, actually. He's been involved with this for a long time. But this has happened before. Like he said, and I know this because it's happened. In the Senate, it's bipartisan. As I mentioned before, we even heard that clip. And he said it. It's a bipartisan bill that he thinks is going to get passed, which the majority in both houses are Republican. So if it passes the Senate, that means it's getting support from the Republican Party to make it get over that threshold to pass. The problem is, as always, is when it goes to the House. Because that's why individuals like Tim Burchett, Representative Luna, Mace, and others have difficulty when they talk about this stuff, because you could look it up yourselves, don't take my word for it, the higher ranking Republicans who may have direct connections to some of these aerospace industries, and they're saying, no way. But they want to. There are Republicans in the House. Will there be enough Republicans in the House to get this through? That's the question. They don't need many, because it's not that off. They just need maybe 6 or 7 of them. That's a lot to say, okay, but the pressure is going to be, don't pass this. But it is bipartisan in the Senate, and has been for a few years now. But once it gets to the House, and you can look it up, the difficulties Tim Burchett, he actually was told by someone in the Republican Party to back off. You're stirring the hornet's nest. He was warned by people within his own party, back off. You can look that up. Don't take my word for it. Go look it up. So I don't see this passing. I'll be shocked. But maybe there's a key here. And I'm just being hypothetical. The president may have a big say in that, because they listen to what he says. All of them. If the president says, I want you to pass that, I want transparency, I want to get to the truth, vote for that. If you don't vote for that, I'll primary you out next year. We don't know the private conversation. He could easily say that, and they're going to do it. So, there are other ways to make it happen. And he says, and believe me, the president has mentioned this in the past. This has come up. He may play a big role in this. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying it's possible that President Trump makes this happen. Because it is all about transparency, right? We'll see. I don't know. But all he has to do is make a call. Listen, Mike, get this done. I want this passed. Let them know. And I don't want no issues with this. Tell them I want this passed. Majority leader then goes and tells the other Republicans, closed settings, listen, president wants this passed. You don't all have to vote for it, just a few of you, just to get it over the line. So Johnson can go in there and after a call with the president and make it so. It's not that hard. So we'll see if this all comes together. Personally, I don't think so. But the president is the key. Because he can make it happen. Simple phone call. He can, or maybe a few phone calls to those that are hesitant or resisting. For whatever reason. Because another thing that is bad for that is when they throw money into the equation. Because everything's about money and funding. I would like to see this in writing. I want to see what it says. Because I know there's going to be, we need money for R&D, research and development, blah, 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 blah. What's the money attachment to it? It's always about money. Always. So, and then there's the Five Eyes. Working with our allies. Because believe it or not, Australia, the UK, Canada, us, New Zealand, we're all working together. How much they share information, who knows? But that Five Eyes is important. And they also work together to keep the same narrative out there to their constituents, to their populace. So it's a little complicated. But Danny Sheehan's been involved with this a long time. I'm just wiping out messages. What's going on? I'm just catching up to the chats now. Recurrent and past unethical experimentation honestly wouldn't take something from not of this world to be deemed alien. That's true. Those craft go back to, yes, they go back to World War II, Foo Fighters, even the Battle of LA. Where did they get all the tech is a question. Just think how far advanced and in development the Germans were during World War II. Now, you have to give credit to the scientists, but a lot of people question that. Did they have some kind of technology, I don't know, at their disposal that they back-engineered? Because that's a lot of the speculation that's out there in the UFO community. The Vril craft, communicating with a Nordic being. There's all kinds of stories. How do I dust off the models without wrecking them? Right here. Same thing I use for the computer. Air spray. This stuff works great. That's how. A model question. So all you gotta do is it blows all the dust right off. Jim, that was way outside the box with that question. And hello to those on TikTok, if anybody's even watching. And there's a friend of mine from the UK. I don't know if he's still in there. Darren. I'm not going to say his whole name. He's had interesting experience. There's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of people out there. So, I don't know. I'm not even going to say where he lives. So I'm not going to throw him under the bus. But, you know, there are a lot of people that I know that come to me and say, listen, I've been through this, that. But they're getting a lot of flack too. And why would you want to do that to yourself when you know they're going to come and attack you, judge you, criticize you? Because you know there's always going to be people out there that are going to do that. They just want to troll the hell out of you. It's like their life's mission. And then you say to yourself, well, why did I even come out and talk about it? It's like you regret it almost. But then, you know, times change. And there may be a time when you relive that moment and you come out again. Because you're pretty much stating on the record what your experience was. You came out with it. And then I think if this turns out to be true, all these people that have been talking, that people are going to look back and say, holy shit, they were right all along. Then it's going to be, I told you so's. But it would also give them a sense of fulfillment to themselves. I did have this experience. I don't care what other people think. And look, see, it really did happen. But that's more for themselves than all that outside noise. It's more, it completes them. It answers those internal questions that they've been. I mean, there are people that are out there that have claimed they had experience and they're looking for the answers. Could you imagine one day that it is answered for all those people? Because there's a lot. You may not think it, but there's a lot of people out there. I've seen it in person twice, documented. That thing I caught over the house 11 years ago. And it's funny because I know people that make up shit. It's like they never talked about having an experience, and all of a sudden now they're saying they had an experience years ago. What, did you just have memory recall all of a sudden? Because they want to be relevant. They want to be part of it. It's weird, but that does happen. It's like they try to make themselves, like, again, relevant. I had an experience. I seen this. Why didn't you say this before? What, you're just coming out with it now? And you've been involved with the field for so long, but now you're saying you had? Why didn't you say that when you first started? Where'd that come from? Hypnosis? All of a sudden you remembered something? Or you had a download? That's the ones that I really shake my head and I'm like, give me a break. Really? I ain't buying it. And what's up to Luca and all those other people that I see popping into, I don't know if you're all still there, but on TikTok. So what I'm going to do now, because I'm going to watch some sports in about an hour. I better check the network. And I'm going to make meatloaf. today. Somebody mentioned meatloaf. I don't know if it was on a show. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I don't know. Somebody brought up meatloaf. I think it was at an event that's coming up. Oh, I think it was CJ. Oh my gosh, was it CJ and Rich? It was the anniversary of something and they're serving meatloaf. Because that was, no, it wasn't. It wasn't them. I think it was the bishop. He's going to the haunted Queen Mary. It was some event. I can't remember, but the dinner is going to be relative to the time that people enjoyed a certain meal, and it was meatloaf. I can't put it together. So much. Every day, I go through so much. You have no idea. I can't remember what I did 2 days ago. Because every day, so much happens. It's like, oh my gosh, I don't remember that even yesterday. Because it's so much information rolling in at any given time every day. But I know that was brought up, that they're going to serve meatloaf because it's relative to the time period that something occurred. And I was laughing. So that made me think of making meatloaf. It's crazy. Dude, it's getting chilly. I was going to make chili today with white rice. I can still do that, but I would have to go out. That's the lazy way for me to get out of this today. Instead of cooking all that, because it's a lot of work to make the meatloaf, peel the potatoes, because I put potatoes around it. And I use red. I don't make brown meatloaf. I like the red. So tomato sauce, puree. I don't use brown gravy, the gravy. I'm thinking I would have to go to the store though. And I'm just too lazy. I don't think I have what I want in my cabinet. It's possible I have it. That would be awesome if I do. I just might do that. Jim, you might have changed my mind from meatloaf to chili. So I got everything else I need to make it. Even though I don't know if I have chili powder, but I have all the other stuff. Cayenne, all that. That's a good idea. That's a good idea, Jim. I'm liking that idea to make chili today now. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me see if I have it in my cabinet. I use a specific... I'm not giving out my recipe either. No way. Right. You know what? I don't have it, but I'm going to see if Walmart will deliver it if I order it now. It's going to be a stupid small delivery. It ain't going to cost me outside because I don't pay nothing for Walmart. I have Walmart Plus. Even though I give a 10% tip, but I'm not going to order a lot. I'm going to order it right now. But it might be too late to order for Sunday delivery. You just made me go nuts. You know that, Jim? In a good way. 3 gallons? You make 3 gallons of chili? Well, you obviously, you jar it, you preserve it, right? You ain't eating no 3 gallons of chili. So you stock up, you store them, I'm assuming. He says you're welcome. You started this, dude. Again, first it was Headband that started me on something. Now you're starting me on something. I gotta do this fast. But I like the bacon. I make my chili like how my father taught me in the restaurant. It's not the chili you've ever had. It's a sweet and spicy chili. I use pork and beans. This is a different type of chili, but I'm gonna tell you, oh my God, what it tastes like. There it is. Ah, shit. Delivery available. Pickup. I used the bacon and onion one. What's the ounces? Yeah, that'll do. I need shredded, because I like to put a little melted cheese on top. Shredded cheddar cheese. I'm getting hungry just now looking up this stuff. Shredded cheddar, that'll do. And then I want to get some tortilla chips, because I can eat that as a dip later too. Chips. And sour cream. Gotta get sour cream. I want good tortilla chips. We'll get 2 of these. Actually, we'll get one of those and one of these. And we need a sour cream. This is your fault, dude. This is your fault. So what I do, my father used to make this in the restaurant, and then I used to make it in the restaurant where I worked. I couldn't make enough of this shit. It would sell out. It was ridiculous. I couldn't keep up. Okay, we'll get this one. And that's it. I can't think of anything else. I've got chilies. I got mustard. I put mustard in mine too. Horseradish mustard. I better make sure I got everything I need to make it. Yes, I think I got everything. All right, we're done. Let's see when I can get this delivery. Delivery today, 4 to 6. I got it in. I'm able to squeeze it in. Inactivity on TikTok. Come on, I'm running out of time. Oh, come on with the verification. All right, it worked. Continue. What's going on here? Place your order. Change payment method. Take that off. Leave that one on. Place order. That's the order. Just went through. Awesome. Goodbye, meatloaf. Hello, chili. I'd rather. That was the delivery message. Because it's been chilly here. That's what you meant. It's been chilly for chili. It was 40-something degrees. I think it was yesterday when it was 47 degrees. Alexa, what's the temperature for tomorrow morning?
morning's temperature will range from 52 to 71 degrees.
That's 71. 52 tomorrow morning. So it's going to be chilly tonight. Perfect time to have chili. That's what you meant, right, Jim? I think. See, the thing is, though, I'm going to have that with probably a salad on the side, but on a bed of rice. But then I could have the chili with the melted cheese and sour cream and make a bowl as a dip. And then get I bought tortilla chips. Oh, that's good too. There's more than one way to eat chili. So that's what I'm going for tonight. Actually, I'm going to get off like in an hour because I'm going to go watch some sports. Yeah, I got to. They're rolling right now. The Mets don't look too good. So many options. Yes, so many options. I mean, you could use that to stuff zucchini. Like, I could put the chili in a zucchini or squash. Actually, squash. Anything. Put the melted cheese, sour cream, eat that all together. Oh my gosh. A chili. I don't want to go that crazy. I'm on a diet. A chili burger, a chili hot dog. There's so many options with chili. I'm glad you brought it up because I'm actually more in the mood for chili than meatloaf. Because again, I could do a lot with the chili. I got Nathan's hot dogs. I could have a chili dog. You know what I mean? So, enjoy your chili, and I'm sure I'll enjoy my chili tonight. Because I'm not gonna be able to make it. It's gotta be on for a while. But maybe I'll take pictures of it out for tonight. Well, I'll definitely take a picture of it tonight. Because I gotta do a show at 7 tonight. Oh, speaking of that, I gotta check something right away. This one goes on the air tomorrow. Setting up the Rumble for it. Alright, now I gotta go here before I forget. Because there's no live shows tomorrow, but there's some pre-recorded stuff. Even though I'm not live, there's still work to do. There's always work to do. Jesus Christ. Mark, you scared me. What's going on? I know I called you, but somebody in chat, Headband, answered it. How many stars, planets, and moons are in the Milky Way, Mark?
Oh, the number of stars is anywhere from 150 billion, with a B as in beta, to 400 billion.
Headband was absolutely correct. And a trillion in Andromeda?
Yeah, that's about 1 trillion stars in Andromeda estimated. So that's either well over 2 times what we have in our galaxy, or if it's 400 billion and 150 billion, it's like 9 times what we have.
Okay, that was the question before he answered. He looked it up. Are you going live tonight so I can let everybody know?
I believe so. No one's out there at the observatory in Benson yet with the wide field system to work, and I do want the narrow field system to work, but I'm not sure if we're gonna get clear skies tonight in Benson. It looks like it might be, but it's gonna be just past first quarter moon, so we'll still have another window here of opportunity.
Okay. I gotta do the bureau show tonight, but I'm done by 8. I'll text you or call you after 8. This way, when I go back live on tonight, you let me know so I can let everybody else know.
That sounds good to me.
All right. So, I'll be in communications with you later on this evening.
Sounds good.
All right, Mark. Have a great Sunday.
Hey, we'll talk to you soon.
Later.
Bye.
Bye. So he might go live tonight. It's weather. And like he said last night, he's having an issue retracting one of the roofs at the location, one of the locations. So he's hoping they fix it. But he'll have at least one telescope up and running tonight. And if the weather cooperates, he will be live streaming. I would say like 10:30, 11 Eastern, p.m. Eastern. And I'll let everybody know on TikTok and everywhere else if he does do that. Fill up with the spaghetti squash with cheese and chili. Dude, that's why I had to order the shredded cheddar cheese. With the sour cream, that is so good. The chili with the melted cheese on it, and then the sour cream. I could have bought chives. I didn't go crazy, though. See, you said the ginger. Did you say ginger? Yes, the ginger gives it bite. The ginger gives it bite. And it's natural and it's good for you. That's a great... That's a good one, Jim. That is a good one. So yeah, I'm already excited to make chili later tonight. I'm serious. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. All right, I got a game for a few minutes because I've been talking about gaming. This stream is like time to game, and I haven't done a game and talking for like 2 hours. Always happens. I get distracted. Like, what happened? I thought you were gaming. That was the intention. But I got caught up. Headband brings up Atlas. You bring up Chili. Totally messed me up. In a good way. Both of you. Oh my gosh. But first I have to hear my song. I'm really liking this song in the car. It sounds so good. Oh my God! You just said something. I just ordered a Walmart thing because I'm going to make chili. I just ordered the beans from and stuff that I needed from Walmart.
Yes.
I can still add to the order. Avocados.
Yeah.
Gotta get the avocados.
Yeah, man.
I'm so glad you just made me, for the first time, I'm actually glad you opened your mouth. Oh, shit. I knew she was going to say something like that. 3 to 4. How come it's 3 to 4 bag count? Fresh large. But over there, it's cheaper. Individually, we have to add. We'll get 3, 4 of them. Add to order. Yes, add to order. You have a few minutes to add to the order. I have 15 minutes left. There it is. I have 15 minutes to add to the order. Avocados is a must, but they must be ripe. I don't know what I'm going to get. They might be like a rock. It's funny, but it's not right. She knows I'm joking. No, she knows I'm joking. We joke around like that. She's laughing. She was laughing. She knows I'm messing around. Hey, Ma! Come here. You'll see. Oh, please do the dishes. I don't want to disrupt you while you're doing dishes. But right, we fool around and joke with each other sometimes, and it's crazy.
What?
How we joke around with each other.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? You know what her nickname is? Forget about Momzilla. DQ.
Drama queen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Drama queen.
I like that one.
And trust me, she's got names for me too. We go back and forth. So it's not. Mom is hip. You know, she's a real Puerto Rican. She can handle it. She's got attitude. And if she has something to say to you, she's going to say it to your face. It doesn't matter who you are, me or anybody else that comes into this house. If she has a problem with you, you're going to know. You're going to know real fast. I do. And there's been people, trust me. She's one of those. Oh my God, I'm glad about the avocados. Oh, that's so good in chili too. Oh my God. What do you mean? There we go with the hot water thing again. Hold on, I'm coming. I don't know what you're doing. That's the wrong one. Hot water is this side. Oh my gosh, Ma. No, it's the other side. I'm making chili tonight. My friend convinced me. He twisted my arm. He didn't have to do it hard, though. Oh, my gosh. Oh, that's... Dude, it hasn't happened. I don't remember the... Oh, shit, my Iron Maiden poster's falling off the wall. Gotta fix that later. That ain't good. But in the past, there used to be UFOs here. Unidentified flying objects coming this way. Oh, yeah. Not a shoe. It might be more like a pot holder. The mitten one flying over. I'm like... She knows better than not to throw a shoe. There's too much precious equipment over here. That's too damaging. But it might be like the socks, because I fold them and I ball them up, you know. I might see a sock coming this way or something to get my attention. Oh, yeah. It hasn't happened in a long time, though, but it has happened. Unidentified objects coming my way. Like, what the hell was that? Anyway, let me play a song, because I want to game for like an hour. But I want to hear a song first. I'm going to race. I was going to play a 360 aircraft game, but I need sound for that one. I want to game. I've been talking for 2 hours. I was supposed to game.
A world of confusion. Is it fact or fiction? Conspiracies become the norm, feeding one's addiction, destroying credibility, erasing the stats, replaced by agendas, science under attack. Moving in reverse.
definitely got to write more songs. I'm going to do it this week. Maybe tomorrow I'm going to write a couple. Well, at least one. I got to start writing more.
Wielding a mighty shield behind a great wall, countermeasures in place to prevent the downfall. Protect the space around me, guarding against the enemies. Deception is the game played by friends.
Donut.
Honoring feelings and energy, knowing whether to share. Trust when naivete could lead to despair. Communication breakdown, misinformation misguided. Birth of unfounded truths, scale way so one-sided. Crossing imaginary line, no respect for another. Stones thrown from a glass house, volleys hit to each other.
Yeah, I wrote all these songs are mine. I wrote all the lyrics.
Negativity will not be emboldened. Shielded by my armor of boundaries.
Oh my gosh, already.
Aura filled with positive energy, back turned as daggers fly, repelling the negative vibration, misery and sadism set aside. Do they look in the mirror? Are they pleased with themselves? No empathy for those who seek hate. Empty vessels, sadistic pleasure, deep inside the anger dwells. Importance of compassion, power of love, respecting one another, taking the higher road above. Confidence in oneself being, defining the rules and limits, whether or not agreeing, power, mind, body, and spirit. Crossing the imaginary line, no respect for another. Stones thrown from a glass house, volleys hit to each other. Judgment without consequence, are you the beholder? Negativity will not be emboldened. Shielded by my armor of boundaries.
Oh, this is gonna be a hard race. This is gonna be a freaking crazy hard race. I'm already done. He's gone. He's gone. Gone.
As twilight approaches with colorful hues, daydreams turn to night. Twinkling appears slowly above the hints of the heavenly light. With each passing moment,
Oh my God.
wonders are born, like years travel, determining that date. A look through a time machine, how long before we know their fate? The wonders and dreams race against time, the brilliance of light and shooting stars. What lies above and beyond?
No, it's on Netflix. I haven't seen it yet, Mo.
Imagining our travels and visits to Mars. How far can we reach?
I'm gonna, though.
Outstretched hands, there is no limit. Our goals set high. Watching the meteor streak above under the
I'm gonna
night
lower it for this
sky. Could there be life out there, feeding in the Goldilocks zone?
I'm gonna make it easy. This one's crazy.
What would an exoplanet be like? Is it similar to our own? Mysteries of the universe, galaxies swirl. What is that black hole? The power and beauty of a sun. Northern lights are born in the northern pole.
It's on Netflix. I think I saw it on
Through a
Netflix.
telescope, revealing
I
the
think.
secrets the naked eye can't
I'm not
see.
sure.
What is that beautiful planet? Which planet is that?
What could that be?
Pulling all the charts like a captain at sea. Heart pounding within my chest. A new frontier to be explored. Humanity's destiny to begin its quest. Rockets launched upward with a fiery roar. Risks and danger lie in its course. Overcoming all challenges. Atmosphere pierced with all its force. Is that a SpaceX rocket or satellite? Feelings of excitement and joy. Lying back and gazing at this beautiful sight. The night lit sky for all to enjoy. Could there be life out there? Feeding in the Goldilocks zone. What would an exoplanet be like? Is it similar to our own? Mysteries of the universe. Galaxy swirl, what is that black hole? The power and beauty of our sun. Northern lights are born in the northern pole.
He's right behind me. Don't mess this turn up. Oh, I did. Oh, I did it again. Whoa, I'm out of control.
They gather in the fields, the false harvest to complete.
I'll take that.
Light dims in the heavenly heart.
He's right behind me.
Bright with symbolic heat. Samhain begins for all to celebrate. The physical and the
barely.
interact. Blessings for the new harvest. Fires to seal their yearly pact. Pumpkins
Good turn.
through
Bad.
letting their way in the dark. Spiders bounce on the glittering web. Dogs can be heard as they begin to bark. Shadows in the distance, the source yet clear. The moon shines brightly, howls in the night, I tremble with fear.
I just blew it. I just blew it.
Children all dressed in their Halloween guise. Traditional
Oh my gosh, I'm off.
monster mash. Everyone
Turbo.
in their best disguise.
Nitro. He's coming.
Superheroes, but not skipping a beat. All dressed in their costumes, ringing or knocking. It's time for trick or treat. Old house sits at the end of the road. Creaks can be heard from the rusty gate. The door opens as bats depart. The place seems haunted. Should we invest?
Nice turn.
We enter slowly using our backlit phones as we approach the stairs. A voice screams loudly, "Get out and beware!" Candies hold on, it's eerily quiet. Music plays from the TV. It's time to make popcorn, but what could that be? The movie just started. It's just the Michael Myers theme.
Oh!
Time to relax, enjoy
Oh
the
my
night. My
God!
favorite movie, Halloween.
I'm dead. I'm done.
Candy waits in the jack-o'-lantern.
I'm gonna lose seconds now because of that. Rewind.
Halloween guys.
Oh my god, I'm doing it again.
Parties bearing monster mash. Everyone dressed in their best disguise.
Oh, he must have messed up. I got a huge lead. He must have crashed.
Superheroes.
Oh no, it's not. Look, it just dropped. 15 seconds.
Costumes, ringing or knocking. It's time for trick or
Oh, he's gaining. That cost me. I had a nice lead and I blew it. Still got a decent lead.
Candy waits in the jack-o'-lanterns. Children all dressed in their Halloween guise. Traditional parties bearing
It is
monster
on Netflix.
mash. Everyone dressed dressed in their best disguise. Ghouls and zombies walking through the streets. Superheroes run, not skipping a beat. All dressed in their costumes, ringing or knocking. It's time for trick or treat.
Oh, it's a drifting one. Oh my god, here we go. Suffering. Torture. Oh.
Waiting all my life for that special person. Magic fills the air now. I am certain this is the time for celebration. My dreams come true.
Oh my gosh.
Will you be mine? Fire ignited within the first time we met. My heart relit with love. My body began to sweat. Nerves tingle down my spine when you touch me. I hold you tightly, unchained love. You set me free. Forever together, this is our destiny. Never letting go, this feels so heavenly. All my life been waiting for you, my love. Soulmates forever, you are my true love. Yeah. Oh, oh. Every day I cherish you as if my final
1 minute. What am I supposed to do with 1 minute?
my side, words cannot say how much I love you. You make me smile. Once empty, now whole.
I mean, seriously?
Let's walk down that aisle. Pledging love
Why isn't this drifting?
forever. Promise to be
Oh, this is gonna be
faithful. You
really
on my
hard.
side, your loyalty never doubtful. Love is our force that nothing can destroy. You and I forever, our lives full of joy. Forever together, this is our destiny. Never letting go, this feels so heavenly. All my life been waiting for you, my love. Soulmates forever, you are my true love. Yeah.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way. There's no way I'm gonna meet that threshold. There's no way. There's just no freaking way. I hate this part.
Thunder roars in the distance. Lights appear in the sky. Streaks zigzag above. Top guns blazing as they fly. Battle stations for the fleet. Defense countermeasures in place. Emotions whirl within with apprehension. Soon to engage face to face.
Not even drifting, it's like going so fucking slow.
Bluster turn to fluster, tyranny's path to obscurity. Misleading that their people the truth hidden behind the veil. Society begins its uprising.
The car is slow.
The power of the forces align with fearless allies. Mission to be one.
It's not holding the drift. It's too slow. It sucks.
Not an option. The enemy will lie in defeat. The drums of war begin. Thunderous with every beat.
I can't get a good. I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. That was horrible, but I advanced. I don't know how. That was bizarre. That was weird.
Between good and evil, viewed through different lenses in the eyes of the beholder. Once shielded by their sword, proxies begin to fall. Outer defenses penetrated as the forces approach the wall. A last stand drawn in the sand, a message of forewarning. Lay down your arms, this is our final warning. The power of the forces align with fearless allies. Mission to be one. Confidence as they rise. Defeat not an option. The enemy will lie in defeat. The drums of war begin. Thunderous with every beat.
They always do that. They set you up with another car in the way. They always do that.
Wielding a mighty shield behind a great wall. Countermeasures in place to prevent a downfall. Protective space around me, guarding against the enemies. Deception is the game played by frenemies. Honoring feelings and energy, knowing whether to share. Trust with naivety could lead to despair. Communication breakdown, misinformation misguided. Birth of unfounded truth, scale way so one-sided. Crossing the imaginary line, no respect for another. Stones throw from a glass house, volleys hit to each other.
Oh,
Judgment without consequence. Are you the beholder? Negativity will not be emboldened, shielded by my armor of boundary.
Oh my gosh, what is this? What's the point? Oh, give me a break. You can't hit the cones. Let me see. Oh my gosh, you can't hit the cones.
Aura filled with positive energy. Back turned as daggers fly. Repelling the negative vibration. Misery and sadism set aside. Do they look in the mirror? Are they pleased with themselves? No empathy for those who seek hate.
He's in my
Empty vessel of sadistic pleasure. Deep inside the anger dwells. The importance of compassion, power of love, respect.
I'm going as fast as I can. It's not fast enough, huh?
Confidence in oneself being defining the rules and limits, whether or not agreeing. Power of mind, body, and spirit.
I'm dead. Done. I'm
Turn up the volume, crank up the bass, rockin' to the beat, no time to waste. Grooving to the music, bouncing on my feet.
Seeing the other vehicle is making me confused.
Get that groove on, no matter where you be. Shake it anywhere, baby, you and me. Join me on the dance floor, rock it on my feet. Come on, everybody, under the moonlight. Get that groove on, no matter where you be. Shake it anywhere, baby, you and me.
I'm going as fast as I can. I'm not even braking.
Closer to your body, under the moonlight. Tingling down my spine, electricity in the air. Swaying with my baby, electrostatic in our hair. Keeping with the rhythm, in beat mood of tones. Feeding off your energy.
Oh, give me a break!
Down the highway, my baby by my side. Turn up the volume, rocking as we ride. Driving to woofer beats, car seems to be alive. All in sync together, this is how we thrive. As we get home, we turn down the light. You and I together, make it through the night. Marvin plays in the room, let's get it on. Music made with each other to the break of dawn. Tingling down my spine, electricity in the air. Swaying with my baby, electrostatic in our hair. Keeping with the rhythm, in beating mood of tones. Feeding off your energy, rattling
my
my
God.
bones. Cruising down the highway, my baby by my side. Turn up the volume, rocking as we ride. Driving to woofer beats, car seems to be alive. Rolling off your energy and mood of tones. Feeding off your energy, rattling my bones. Tingling down my spine.
Oh, give me a break!
Swaying with my baby, electrostatic in our hair. Keeping with the rhythm, in beating mood of tones. Feeding off your energy, rattling my bones. Wielding a mighty shield behind a great wall. Countermeasures in place to prevent a downfall. Protective space around me, guarding against the enemy.
I can't even control that turn.
Is the game played by frenemies? Honoring feelings and energy.
I am braking, and it's not braking. Or maybe there's no brakes on this.
Could lead to despair. Communicate
Maybe.
to break down. Misinformation, misguided birth of
There isn't. That's the problem.
way so one-sided. Crossing the imaginary line, no respect for another.
Holy shit.
Bodies hid to each other. Judgment without consequence. Are you the beholder?
Can't do nothing.
Negativity will not be emboldened. Shielded by my armor of boundary.
crazy.
Aura filled with positive energy, back turn as daggers fly, repelling the negative vibration, misery and sadism said.
I hope this torture ends quick.
Are they pleased with themselves? No empathy for those who seek hate. Empty vessel of sadistic
Oh
pleasure,
God,
deep
I advanced.
inside the anger dwells.
Oh. That was torture.
The importance of compassion, power of love, respecting one another, taking the higher road above, confidence in oneself being, defining the rules and limits, whether or not agreeing, power of mind, body and spirit, crossing the imaginary line of respect for another, stones thrown from a glass house, volleys hit to each other. Judgment without consequence. Are you the beholder? Negativity will not be emboldened. Shielded by my armor up bound to raise. Up bound to raise.
They don't want that.
Up bound to raise.
Oh. Can I get it?
The ground begins to crumble, cracks and fissures to form. Foundations attacked. Is this the new norm? Panic drives those with fear, driven by those who seek power. Will we be driven to our darkest hour? Rumors swirl, what should we believe? Blame shifts to each other, falling on deaf ears. We build our own borders. Who will survive? Will it be law and order? Is it just conspiracy? Masterminds of the global new order. Whoa. Standing in the front line, ground trembles under my feet. Under my feet. Forces on to wage
That's
war.
uneasy. My God, what's going on? This game's too easy.
Standing in the front line, caught in the crossfire. Anger fills the air, leads to chaos and disorder. Warning shots ignored, writing is on the wall.
On the wall.
What will it take before we all fall?
Chicken, what's going on?
Inside pits to destroy each other, the cauldron of fire to be released.
Bruno.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Is this judgment day or the eve of the beast? Rivers swirl when we had the chance to seek a commonality. Anger and voices heard above each other. Too late for this finality.
Oh, stop.
Lines drawn in the
Let's
sand.
not cheat.
Now wiped
Let's
away
not
by
cheat now.
gale force winds. We all need
It's
to
so
respect
rigged.
each other, or in the end, no one wins. Standing in the front line, ground trembles under my feet. Under my feet, forces on to wage war. They will be the ones we defeat. Standing in the front line, caught in the crossfire. Anger fills the air, leads to chaos and disorder. Wow, wow, oh, wow, oh, oh,
Oh my gosh, come on. We're going up. Whoa. Oh, these are laps.
Standing in the fault line, ground trembles under my feet. Forces aligned to
drifted.
wage
Come
war.
on.
They will be the ones we defeat. standing in the fault line, caught in the crossfire. Anger fills the air, leads to chaos and disorder, and disorder. Fill their minds, visions of fantasies, seeking treasures to find, memories stored away to the future's past, measurements of height, the clock ticking so fast, the hourglass of time.
I should have went over the for the ramp. I just want to win the race.
The chosen path meets the eye, the yin yang of life. What should I do? Choices must be made. Broken mirror, is this you? Approaching the crossroads. The train crosses the tracks, storm clouds grow. Should I turn and go back? Approaching the crossroad. In the still of the night, I must drive on and continue to fight. To fix what's broken inside. Anxiety is pushed away, there's no need to hide. Self-esteem and confidence, the power of the mind.
Oh, I got this, easy.
Filled with flowing energy, negative thoughts left behind. Speeding down the highway, no lights or signs in front of you. No one in the rear view mirror, brilliant sky.
I'm definitely gonna watch it. I'm definitely gonna watch it. Later, Jim.
Crossroad now a memory, my life now infinite. Approaching the crossroad, the train crosses the tracks, storm clouds grow. Should I turn and go back? Approaching the crossroad, in the still of the night, I must drive on and continue to fight. Train crosses the track, storm clouds through. Should I turn and go back? Approaching the crossroad, in still of the night, I must drive on and continue to fight. Continue to fight.
I'm gonna get off soon to watch the Yankee game. They start at 2.
Decades of denial, a mission of proof. Top secret clearance, obstructing the truth. How long have they been here? Where do they come from? Is this just conspiracy? Do they think we are dumb? Control over the skies and in the sea. Inside a home, what do you want from me? Alien in appearance, or under a false skies. A message for humanity, or an ominous surprise. The truth is out there, will we ever be told? Government denial, disinformation, behold. Evidence classified, no need for exposure. Special access programs block the path to disclosure. the truth. Disinformation campaign, false flag propaganda. Attention starts to wane. What will it take for disclosure to occur? A landing at the White House, undeniable truth creates a stir. Declassified documents finally released. The proof is now out there, but will humanity believe? The truth is out there, will we ever be told? Government denial, disinformation, behold. Evidence classified, no need for exposure.
Oh, come on. I saw that shit coming.
To disclosure.
I don't want to do that.
The truth is out there, will we ever be told? Government denial, disinformation, behold. Evidence classified, no need for exposure. Special access programs block the path to disclosure.
I don't like this angle to drive though, it's harder. It's easier this way. Oh, what? Who are you?
Lights appear above the horizon, flashing in steady formation. Humming as they move along, activity spreads across the nation. People stare and wonder what could
This
be
is just,
actual
this ain't nothing, but I don't like to mess up.
a psyop operation, an adversarial intrusion coming from the sea. No one knows the answers. Government denying a threat. Society demanding answers. A cover-up is what I bet. Flying above our neighborhoods without any consent.
Oh, it's tight,
Origin of
tight.
one unknown, or ideas of where they went. Violating airspace,
Moving at their own will.
who and what is behind this false flag operation drill? A sense of false security. What is the source of these drones? Bases and assets on high alert as they enter the no-fly zone. Tired on all the non-answers. Told to remain calm, not to fear. What are we to believe? The truth is what we want to hear. No more lies from our government. Trust diminished over time. Officials.
My gosh, how far do we gotta go for this?
Denial is the true crime. What will it take for action? Who will stand for the truth?
Okay, we're getting there.
Will it be our next president? Transparency presenting the proof. We tire of the status quo.
Oh, we're not getting
It's
through
time
there.
for us to stand. We may finally get our answers. Security in our homeland.
Woo!
Violating airspace. own will. Who and what is behind this false flag operation drill? A sense of false security. What is the source of these drones? Bases and assets on high alert as they enter
The no-fly zone.
wielding a mighty shield behind a great wall. Countermeasures in place to prevent the downfall. Protective space around me, guarding against the enemies. Deception is the game played by frenemies. Honoring feelings and energy, knowing whether to share. Trust with naivety could lead to despair. Communication breakdown, misinformation misguided. Birth of unfounded truths, scale way so one-sided. Crossing the imaginary line, no respect for another. Stones thrown from a glass house, volleys hit to each other. Judgment without consequence.
What's up, Marco?
Are you the beholder? Negativity will not be unfolded. Shielded by my armor of boundaries.
I gotta go watch the Yankee game in a few minutes.
Aura filled with positive energy, back turned as daggers fly, repelling the negative vibration, misery and sadness of set aside. Do they look in the mirror? Are they pleased with themselves? No empathy for those who seek hate. Empty vessel of
And what's up to those on the TikTokers over there?
anger dwells.
You too, Marco. Oh my God. It's hard to look at chat.
Importance of compassion, power of love, respecting one another, taking the higher road above. Confidence in oneself being, defining the rules and limits, whether or not agreeing, power of mind, body, and spirit. Crossing the imaginary line, no respect for another. Stones thrown from a glass house, volleys hit to each other. Judging without consequence, are you the beholder? Negativity will not be emboldened, shielded by my armor of boundaries.
Actually, I want to hear my other song. I want to hear the song I wrote the other day. all lyrics by me. Last race. It's almost 2. And hello to those on TikTok.
A world of confusion. Is it fact or fiction? Conspiracies become the norm, feeding one's addiction, destroying credibility, erasing the stats, replaced by agendas, science under attack. Moving in reverse, not forward in time. Information disappearing, humanitarian crime, ignoring reality, replaced by lies, extreme weather consequence, a weapon in our skies.
How do we discern?
What is true or false? No communication defended by walls. No more compromise, it's either win or lose. Unity crumbles, denial of truth. Denial of truth. History replaced by a narrow vision. Controversy swirls, creating more division. Data disappearing at an alarming rate. Science being ignored, considered a prosecution of truth, enemies of the state, fall in line or seal your own fate. Bow to the new order, whether it's true or fake. This is our new democracy, our future's at How do we decide what is true or false? No communication defended by walls. No more compromise, it's either win or lose. Unity crumbles, denial of truth. Denial
Come on, come on! Oh man, I'm out of fluid right there.
How do we decide?
Yes! And that's where I take my break. actually. I definitely want to do this.
A world of confusion. Is it fact or fiction? Conspiracies become the norm, feeding one's addiction, destroying credibility, erasing the stats, replaced by agendas, science under attack. Moving in reverse, not forward in time. Information disappearing, humanitarian crime, ignoring reality, replaced by lies, extreme weather consequence, a weapon in our skies. How do we discern what is true or false? No communication defended by walls. No more compromise, it's either win or lose. Unity crumbles, denial of truth. History replaced by a narrow vision. Controversy swirls, creating more. A world of confusion. Is it fact or fiction? Conspiracies become the norm, feeding one's addiction, destroying credibility, erasing the stats, replaced by agendas, science under attack. world of confusion. Is it fact or fiction? Conspiracies become the norm, feeding one's addiction, destroying credibility, erasing the stats, replaced by agendas, science under attack.
I gotta keep writing music. I gotta keep writing music! What's RB? Oh my gosh. That's Mom. Anyway, for all of those on TikTok, I'm trying to put a drum part to that song. I'm still experimenting with it. I'm feeling it. So for all of those on TikTok, have a wonderful Sunday afternoon. All of you. And for all those on the other platforms, have a great rest of your afternoon. Yeah, David, I'm going to go watch the Yankees now. That's what I'm going to go do, like literally right now. Because they start at 2. It's 2 p.m. now. Almost. Anyway, David, blessings to you. Marco, Genghis, Headband. Anybody else who may be watching Amole. I'll see you later on tonight, Amole. Fringe. Chris. What's happening? I'm about to end my stream and go watch the Yankees.
Oh, good. Hey, what'd you think of the show last night?
I got a lot of good feedback from last night, dude.
From who?
From people that seen it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. Like, I know Genghis loved it. He enjoyed it. I don't want to say love. Love is strong. But he enjoyed it. And I know John enjoyed it. I know you and I enjoyed it, so...
I just want John to answer at least a few questions.
Dude, I'm like the same way as you. I'm trying to... You cannot... It's like you and I are doing it in a slick way to see if he would slip. But he ain't slipping.
He slipped once last night.
He did slip. We got him to slip once last night.
Got him to slip once last night.
I'm having fun with that. I'm actually having fun to see if we could crack him.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, though, for the people that are watching,
It's...
give it a little bit.
Yeah, but you know what? It's all part of the tease and getting folks interested. What's up, Kali Nikkei? Nikkei! That's like Timmy. Nikkei! That's somebody in chat. I thought it went really well. Now, next week, Commander should be joining us.
Oh, wow, okay.
So it'll be the 4 of us. And then at some point, I want the Padre to get involved too, because this might, you remember what he was saying? It might have a spiritual connection to it too.
It does.
It does. It definitely does. I don't want to give away too much, but I'm getting that vibe myself. It's not, look, he said we're like on the 20-yard line and we're close. I know we're close. I think we've got it. I think you and I've got it.
I think so.
He just doesn't want to say anything to give anything away.
Yeah, because he'll smile a little bit.
Yes, that's when you know. When he starts smiling, you know we're on the right track.
Right.
And he did a lot of that last night. But then if you notice, when we were trying to get on the right track, then he would stop smiling because he knows that the smiling is giving him away.
Well, yeah.
Oh my God, let there be light.
I think when we hit him a couple of times and we're on the right track, he wants to get off that subject.
Dude, remember, we're only on chapter 6 completed. There is still 16 more chapters to go.
Wow.
We got a long way yet with this. Remember, it's not over till Christmas Eve. So, we got a lot still to go.
Is he trying to sell this series or what's
Well, I'm live streaming, so I don't want to get into specifics. I'll talk to you offline. But I'm sure there will be future developments after this.
It's a great series, to be honest with you. The first couple were like, oh, geez,
Well, they were like the lead-in, like the background to what's going to be coming,
he's turned the whole ball game around.
Yeah, but dude, you heard him. You heard him last night. He said, "You guys think you're on the right track, but you're going to be throwing a curve, a knuckle curve." I'm like, so what the heck is coming? If we think we know what we know, I think, you know what I'm saying? We could be. I don't know. Why would he say that? There's a knuckle curve coming.
I don't know. I think the same way you do it. Why would they say that? Why would he say that?
Mm-hmm. And I think he said chapter 11 or 12, that's when it happens. Because remember, he said that he had a dream and he was going to go in one direction and then he changed.
Right.
Like, is he saying the signal communicated with him in his dreams and his consciousness and told him to go a different direction? I'm making a lot of assumptions, like where this is going. You know, oh, Chris, I'm down to 173 pounds, dude.
Wow, man, what are you going to try to get to, 160?
Yes. Also, my A1C came back as 5.6.
Oh, that's awesome.
Uh-huh. Everything's running normal. The body's running normal. I was going to go bike riding today, but I had too many errands to run. So I'm going to go bike riding tomorrow. Plus, the Yankees are starting right now, so I want to watch them. They won 7 in a row. They're 2 games out now, out of nowhere.
I'll have to tell my brother he loves baseball.
Dude.
Hey, I wanted to let you know, no show Wednesday.
Okay, Eye Detective?
Yeah, rerun.
Okay.
I got so much on my plate right now.
Oh.
Well, I'll talk to you Monday.
Yeah, we'll talk privately. But I just had a firewood delivery yesterday, so I'm kind of feeling it. That's why I didn't go bike riding today either.
Okay. All right, well, listen, I'll give you
Yeah, go, because I'm going to go watch the game and say goodbye to everybody here. All right, call me. Later. Cali Nick, I'm going to watch baseball. I'll be back later after I do a live show. So I'll be back after 8. I'm going to make chili later because it's all Jim's fault. It's all Jim's fault. He was the one that put that in my head. And Fringe. What? What's going on now? It's your fault. We're going to watch it tonight. I can't wait. Watch what? Oh, last night with Mark. We were on for 3 hours together last night. It was amazing. Mark's amazing. What can I say? I mean, what he does with Sky 2 Livestream is amazing. There's no other way to put it. You know what I mean? Really. What he can do, and he's going to do a stream tonight, live on his channels. I think he's planning to go on anywhere from 10:30 to 11 tonight Eastern. So keep an eye on that. He's doing a live stream. He doesn't know if both telescopes are going to be operational. The one, like he used last night, will be, but the roof, I don't know if they're going to repair it today, but he's going to see if he can do both telescopes tonight. But definitely the one that he was using last night. So, yeah, tonight. Go check it out. Anyway, send my love to Astro. Fringe, you have a great one. Like I said, everybody over there on the other platforms, have a great one. TikTok, you all have a great rest of your afternoon. I'm going to say goodbye to TikTok first. TikTok, I'll see you guys later on this evening, tonight. And have a great one on TikTok. TikTok is done. TikTok is done. I still can't get over how 99,000 people watched the Perseids that night on TikTok. 99,000. I had the screenshot. It was crazy. I was like, oh my God. I've never seen that on these platforms. I will say hi to Mom. I mean, back in the day, I had like 40,000 on a past Perseids. I think it was like 2017. But that's over time. That night had 99,000. I know I got to talk to somebody that knows all about TikTok to do that, Amo. I've got to do that. You saw when I put it up on the screen. I couldn't believe it. 99,000. Are you kidding me? I'm off TikTok now so I can talk. But I definitely watch the Yankees. It's too bad I don't remember the banner name. God, it could be anywhere. For real. It could be anywhere. Let me see. I have to be careful putting up any information because there's trolls lurking in the background. Trust me, there are. So I try not to put anything up there that they can see. It's unfortunate, but it's just reality. So in the last 7 days, and this does not include in the Perseids, I had 66,000.3 likes. 17 new followers. I'm in over 1,000 now on TikTok. Let me see. Live recordings. Let me look at it. How come I can't see more? How come I can't see more than that? It won't let me scroll more. Oh, there it goes. It's loading now. I want to see what the Perseids. My gosh, how many freaking... Yeah. Well, views... I just don't want to show my info. I don't know if it's showing my channel name. It's saying 72.5 thousand views. Remember, it's live because TikTok's different than YouTube. It doesn't work the same. It's really difficult to watch the past live streams. But it's saying here 72.5 thousand. But then that was during the thing. Then after it got up to 99,000. I was like, holy. I've never hit those on the other platforms. Never. Never. That's crazy. I had a lot of diamonds last night. 2.6 thousand likes from last night. In the highlight reel is telling me. So a lot of people watch with Mark, thank gosh. I want to get him built up on TikTok. At least that's my plan. To help him. As much as I can. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 2 unavailables. What the Walmart. What's going on now? Problem with the order. I need this. Respond soon. Your order has 2 unavailable items. Okay. Respond soon. Items. Unavailable. 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 All the avocados. It's the avocados that are unavailable. Edit. Approve. Okay, they're shopping for the order right now. They've updated the order. It was the avocados. Luckily, I was sitting here. Anyway. Have a great rest of your afternoon, Sunday. Everybody, David, Marco, like I said, Headband, if you're still there. Anybody who's still watching, have a great rest of your afternoon. See everybody possibly